Today we're going to be looking at what's going to be, basically a new suburb. This is something that nobody's really talked about yet, and it's going to be an insane community. Before we go into some of that and what we're going to talk about, we at Boise Real Estate Insights, we really want to focus on you locals. This will be valuable for people relocating, but people who live here is really what we want to emphasize on. We're at Valnova, and we're going to be showing you everything, how crazy it is, and then stay for the end where we have a fun little thing we want to give some people, but make sure you stay to the end to see what that is.
Yeah, exactly. And like Brady mentioned, we are trying to give value to, especially to everyone who lives here and maybe doesn't know about something this massive and really exciting that's coming up in Valnova. And as far as location goes, you can kind of see and hear Highway 16 right next to us. So this is just maybe a couple miles outside of Eagle. It will be part of the city of Eagle, a third of the way out to Emmett up Highway 16. So a really cool location all along the foothills, and this community is going to be absolutely nuts.
Yeah, it's insane. So we're going to take a drive and show you what they're already starting to develop and show you everything that this community is going to offer. Okay, now we're jumping into Valnova. We got Cody in the back following us with the drone, so I'm sure you'll see that. But as we were talking about, for any of you who know what Avamore is, which I'm sure we'll do a video on later, this is gonna be similar to what Avamore and then Dry Creek Ranch and Hind Springs are and are going to be. Although I think this is gonna be a little bit crazier. I mean, this will be over 30 years, this might be what is basically a new suburb.
We hear master plan community a lot, but a lot of them are just bigger subdivisions with maybe a community pool and community center. But this truly is a master planned development where you're going to have multiple commercial locations, variety of home products, single family, luxury, entry level, townhomes, all the above. This is going to be, like you mentioned, a town over the next 15 to 30 years, just depending on how quickly it can be built and sold. Kind of picture Avamore, it's in the foothills just outside of Eagle, but over time it'll probably be twice as big as that, maybe even larger.
There's going to be 36-hole golf course. There's going to be schools and commercial property. They're going to have a lift, so like a ski lift, that's going to bring you up to the top of the foothills for mountain biking, which is pretty crazy. We don't have anything like that other than Bogus Basin, so that'll be in the community. They're going to have a tubing hill, probably bigger than the one that's at Eagle Island. They're also going to have a huge greenway, so it's a giant green belt that's going to go all the way through Valnova, which you don't really get anywhere else other than the Boise River, so this will go through the entire community. And then if you've ever seen, it's like the places in Arizona you see sometimes where they have these huge, resort style hotels, and you also have the huge resort style golf courses, and it's basically its own oasis out in the foothills. It sounds like this will be pretty similar to that.
Almost like a resort community, but obviously homeowner owned and not just for travel or vacation. And that's what's kind of exciting. And obviously some people dislike or have a lot of growing pains with the growth that we've had out here, but developments and ideas like this wouldn't come without some of this growth. So it's exciting to see people coming out here that have done this in other states and have brought it here and have seen a big demand for what will be a super cool development, and again, almost another little town just outside of Eagle.
And again, this will be a 30-year project possibly. It's a unique feel here where you don't really get this anywhere else.
The infrastructure will really start far enough off Highway 16 that you don't feel like you just came off of it. You're in the center of the foothills and have plenty of surrounding space. I think the total 6,000 or so acres, I can't remember the exact number.
Yes.
What mostly surrounds it is public land. So you're not going to be crowded by other developments or other infrastructure, highways and freeways and things like that.
Hey Cody, how's the drone footage going?
Great.
Now we're gonna stop in here and show you kind of what they're developing now. We're gonna go over the houses, what they're offering right now, and when people can start moving in here, because there's some huge investment potential that we'll talk about. And then we'll get into what is at the end, where we're gonna give you guys some free stuff. So as you can see and you'll hear, they're developing this out right now.
Yeah. They're going for it.
It's going full force, and when it comes to the houses, and reach out to us if you guys have any questions on this, if you want to see what's coming. If you have any other questions on any of the valley, whether you're buying or selling, or you just want to chat with us and put a plan together, reach out anytime. We're happy to help and look forward to meeting you. The homes here are being built out, so people, you can actually get in here come 2025. And if you want to reach out, we'll get you in contact and get you on that list, because there's some huge investment potential here.
And you can see on the left side over here, there's actually buildable lots ready to go. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some foundations being poured in the next month or two. We've seen it in other communities that are similar to this, but a little bit smaller, like Dry Creek Ranch, for example. Those who get in early have huge appreciation potential. So as this continues to get built out, all the amenities continue to get developed, there's going to be more demand, more popularity, and of course that's what drives the prices up. So for like Dry Creek Ranch, when it first started, those homes were, let's say, in the $500,000 to $600,000. Some of them have doubled or tripled in price, whereas the overall market has not appreciated that much. So you really can amplify your investment opportunity for being early in new communities like this.
For sure. There's a lot of potential there to build a ton of equity. And I mean, not take a risk, but definitely, for a little while, you're not going to have all the amenities that we mentioned. You're not going to have, like, there's just going to be a lake here, and you can kind of see it, and I'm sure you'll see in the drone footage, but there's going to be a river that runs right through town. You're going to have an amphitheater. You're going to have, I think there's plans too for a huge sport complex out here. That's going to be a huge, you know, multi-thousand square foot indoor pickleball courts and basketball courts.
Exactly.
So, but buying now, you don't get that right now, but I think people would be happy in 10 years.
And some of the, and I mean, not all the amenities are going to be built first, but they're going to, as they build homes out, they're going to build amenities out as well. So it's not like the first set of homeowners are going to have nothing. Again, this capital group and developer have done things exactly like this in, I think, 2, maybe 3 other states. And those ones are fully built out and super successful. So, you know, we'd expect the same to happen here, and they know what they're doing. They're going to take care of the homeowners and make sure they get, you know, amenities as they continue to build.
For sure, and right now there's 3 different sections for homes that are available to start getting into, and it's looking like one is a smaller section that's going to have your more high density housing, so your townhomes and your, you know, homes that are closer together. Then there's a second one that's Tresidio and Berkeley. So if any of you have seen our Valor video, it'll probably be similar to that, where Tresidio and Berkeley like to partner up a lot. And then the third one is going to be your higher end homes, so your Solitude homes, right? We'll probably see some Pareda homes out here before too long.
Yeah, exactly. So a little bit larger lots, a little more space in between, and you know, over time, some of the foothill view lots as well, which they're starting to develop already.
Yeah, for sure. So plenty of options there, and like we said, next year is when we're going to start being able to get in here. You can see, I mean, you guys can hear, I'm sure. So they're getting to work, and it's going to be a huge potential, especially for you guys that are local. And with how much we've grown in Boise, you want to kind of get away from a lot of the growth that we've seen, and even in some of these areas like Meridian that used to be, you know, high equity building areas, super popular to live, those are becoming older. And so there's not as much investment potential in some of the suburbs in the valley, whereas, you know, places like here, or Avamore, or Dry Creek Ranch, you can get away from the busyness and have those things to do.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit out of town, but you're still in Eagle City. You'll still be most likely in the same Ada school districts. So you get to take advantage of being in the foothills, but you're not all the way out in the country.
Yeah, exactly. And I said at the end we'd be giving something away. So if you comment the word coffee, we're going to give the first 4 people a gift card to Starbucks. So comment the word coffee and we'll reach out to you and get you that gift card. If you are looking to buy or sell in the Boise area, check out this video here where me and Jesse, we go through everything that you would need to know, whether you're buying or you're thinking of buying, you're selling or you're thinking of selling, and everything in the Boise area that is important to know in that process. But thank you guys for watching. We look forward to meeting you.